Stade Geoffrey Guiard, which is in Saint Etienne. It's the same place where England got knocked out.
Yes.
And question 8, who got sent off in that game? That's
Craig Burley.
Yes, Craig Burley, yeah. Okay, so this is a tough one.
This is the tough one, not the one just before that.
Which Scottish player was booked twice and therefore suspended at France 98?
Booked twice and then suspended France 98. Oh, that is a tough one. This is a tough one. Let me think. Paul Lambert.
No, it was Darren Jackson.
Goodness me.
Yeah, I think he came on still in both games and managed to pick a booking. So question 10.
Yeah.
Question 10. Which team did Scotland beat at World Cup 1990?
Sweden.
Yes. Okay. So who scored Costa Rica's goal in their 1-0 win in the Open?
Kayaso. I had a feeling that was going to come up.
And so who number 12 is who captained Scotland at the 1990 World Cup?
Roy Aitken,
yes. Okay. So question number 13. Complete this famous Delamitri lyric, and I don't care what people say, we can laugh it all away. If I'd have a dream at all.
It's to see the Scots win it all or something like that.
No, it's the famous line. I would have given you if you'd mentioned the key word, which is, for once you won't be on that stupid plane.
Oh God, of course, yeah. I've blocked that song out.
I think it's a decent song. Okay, so question 14. Oh, this is a tough one. Maybe not. What was the name of the Scottish national team song for the 1982 World Cup?
I Have a Dream.
I'm going to give you it because it is We Have a Dream.
We Have a Dream.
I'm going to give you it. So how many did I get?
You got 11. Yeah.
So this is question number 15. You have got 11 questions right so far.
No way.
And I really wish that I'd ended it with a more dramatic last question. So the last question is, which I thought would be a nice one to end it on. Which 1996 film features a character watching Archie Gemmill score his famous goal against Holland?
That would be Trainspotting.
That is correct.
Oh, excellent. That was enormous fun.
That's 12 out of 15, so congratulations, Dave. You are this week's winner.
Thank you very much. I certainly owe a lot to sports scene classics and World Cup.
Yes.
And if I ever do go on Mastermind, that is definitely going to be my specialist subject.
Very good indeed. Although I think it's very unlikely that someone in the previous round will have answered 2 of the questions for you.
I did know them anyway, so I can't say.
Yeah, I was thinking. So I thought Villa Park was a good one because you definitely know the last one was at Villa Park.
Yeah,
I didn't know. You definitely know that you might think the first one was at Wembley, but oh well.
Yeah, I would have guessed Villa Park because that's where because again I just watched that game recently against Switzerland, and I knew that fucking Kluivert shouldn't even have been there because he'd had some drink driving conviction quashed, so he could go or something, didn't he?
A well-deserved win for Dave. There's some really good knowledge in that one. At 3-2, we then decided to change the format again with the totally original Play Your Caps Right. You see, that's why I don't let Dave name things.
Okay, James, so we're at my favourite part of the podcast. I don't know about you. It is this Usher versus Usher challenge.
The Usher versus Usher challenge.
So this week we're going a little bit different. I wouldn't say we're going particularly original because not only are we ripping off our friend Josh Widdicombe at the 90s podcast, Quickly Kevin, Will He Score? We're also ripping off the game show Play Your Cards Right. And here is what we're going to do, okay? To celebrate the fact that England and Scotland released their squads for the Nations League campaign, which starts at the beginning of September. We are going to play a version of Play Your Cards Right, or as I have called it, Play Your Caps Right. Okay, so what we're going to do is, I have a selection of England players written down in front of me. I'm going to start you off with an England player and tell you how many caps he has had. I am then going to give you a second England player, and you're going to answer simply higher or lower. Okay, so I am going to start with he's in the news, so why not start with Harry Maguire? Okay, so as of the 25th of August 2020, Harry Maguire has had 26 England caps. Okay, so your second player is Ross Barkley. So has Ross Barkley had more or less, or is it higher or lower?
I think a lot more than you ever sort of think for England. So I'm going to say, this could be a very short one. I'm going to say higher.
Ross Barkley has played 33 times for England, so higher is correct. Okay, so your next one is Andy Cole. Andy, or laterally Andrew Cole.
I think he. He didn't think anywhere near 30. I think he got. I'm going to guess he got 14 or something, but he was definitely lower. Definitely lower than what.
He was lower, yes. A good guess. Andrew Cole played 15 times for England, so that is lower. Okay, so we're going to go with Steve Bull.
15. Oh, that's going to be really close.
Is he higher or lower than 15?
I know because he definitely scored. Well, I don't know, but I reckon he scored more goals than Andy Cole. I'm literally thinking back to the Quickly Kevin episode that he was on. I do remember he got in the England.
I do remember he also scored against Scotland on his debut, I think, didn't he?
I reckon. He was only in for a short time. I reckon higher. I reckon higher than 15.
Steve Bull was capped 30 times for England. That is incorrect. So we started with Harry Maguire, and Ross. That's one. You got 2 points.
Yes. 2. Get in. Okay, Dave. So I've got a list of Scottish international footballers. Some of the finest to ever represent the rampant lion. And I'll start with an answer from last week. I'll start with Roy Aitken, and he had 57 caps. 57, right, okay, just find out. Piece of paper, I take some notes down here, right, okay. So, go on, Aitken is... And so I'll go with the current, I think he's still the current captain of Scotland, Darren Fletcher. Has he got higher or lower number of caps? I do know that is higher, because he's got about 80. Yes, Darren Fletcher's got 80 caps. Yes. Really? Congratulations. Is he still the captain? I think he is, isn't he? No, he's retired now, hasn't he? The captain of Scotland is Andy. He retired. When did he retired? Years ago, didn't he, as well? Yes, 4 years ago, yeah. Okay. I really should have, because it'd be really good now if we go to the next Scotland captain, but I've not got him on my list. So I'll go with one of my favourite footballers when I was a kid, and I don't know why at all. Colin Calderwood. Did he play more or less than Darren? Well, I know for a fact that Darren Fletcher is the third highest capped player for Scotland, and the only two above him are Jim Leighton and Kenny Dalglish. So, I'm going to say lower, just because of that. So I have no idea how many times he played. I just know it was less than 80. So Colin Calderwood played 36 times for Scotland. Okay. Okay, so then I'll move on to one of my favourite pundits, who unfortunately only seems to only work on the radio, because I think he's a really, really good pundit. Wish he got more TV work. Pat Nevin, did he play more or less than Colin Calderwood? He didn't play that often. It's really close. Going to be really close. I'm going to go with lower. Yes. Probably not as close as you think. He only played 28 games. Oh really? I thought he was in the 30s. Yeah. Okay, so that's Pat Nevin. 28 games, 5 goals for Scotland. I agree with you on the head. Oh, he is, by the way. Okay, so we'll also go to another pundit who gets a lot of TV work. I'm not going to comment on his ability as a pundit, because he still could probably pick me up quite easily. Graham Souness, did he play more or less? Oh, he played more, sure. Yes, he played 54 games for Scotland. So my next one is joint top scorer, I think, for Scotland, Mr. Dennis Law. Did he play more or less than Graham Souness, who had 54 caps for Scotland? I think this is really close, because I remember thinking, so Dalglish had over 100, and he's the joint top scorer, and I remember that Dennis Law had played about half the amount of games, so lower than 54. Dennis Law played 50.
Yeah.
5 games.
Oh, no, you're kidding.
5 games total, yes. I would feel bad if you hadn't just done me up with Andrew Cole and Stephen Bull. So I think that makes you a clear winner in our first higher or lower caps.
Yes. Excellent. Thank you very much, James. Again,
that was very good, yes.
Enormous. So that is the end of the Usher versus Usher challenge for this week.
So, yeah. Dave leads 4-2. We don't need to talk about this anymore. But, I suppose we kind of do. Okay, Dave, it was a well-deserved win in Play Your Caps Right. My embarrassing Darren Fletcher gaffe to one side. You have proven yourself so far to be the sportiest Usher. But I'm coming for you, Dave, because we'll be back with another Usher versus Usher challenge in the next episode. Where is my big book of obscure international friendlies? If you haven't already, please follow us on Twitter at Sporty Ushers or on Facebook where we are The Sporty Ushers. And if you can, please subscribe to our YouTube feed. It really does help. And you can listen to the podcast there without adverts. Just search for The Sporty Ushers. We're also on just about every possible podcast platform. Breaker, Spotify, iTunes, Podcast Addict, you name it, we should be on it. And don't worry, that's all the plugging done. So it's all left for me to do is thank you for listening. Good night.